Hello and welcome to another edition of Motor Cars Enthusiasts. Right off the bat on the old show today, maybe it's appropriate that I'm wearing black for this particular episode because right off the bat we're going to be talking about the Mitsubishi Lancer Evolution 10 Final Edition. A little more info has been let out about this machine, including this vehicle is going to be one of the highest spec EVOs of all time, as it's going to get all the biggest goodies on it, including 18-inch BBS alloy wheels, iBox suspension all the way around, Bilstein shocks, Brembo brakes, all the keywords you look for in a high-performance automobile. The 2-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder. The Mitsubishi's yet to let out exactly what's going to make power-wise, but they're talking about well over 300 brake horsepower. That is shifted through an exclusive 5-speed manual. There will be no automatic option for this machine, and all the power has gone to all 4 wheels. Now, again, there's only going to be 1,000 of these built, and it's only for Japanese consumption, will only be sold in the country of Japan, so you won't see one of these out and about unless you live in Japan. But one of the things that I thought was pretty interesting, and something I hadn't thought of and was brought up on the Facebook page, where one of the folks on there actually came out and said, you know what, it's kind of sad. We won't see those titanic battles between the Mitsubishi Lancer Evolution and the Subaru Impreza WRX. And I was like, wow, I hadn't thought about that. This really is kind of sad that this deal's going away, because there were some real titanic battles, especially back in the old World Rally Championship days when these two were going head to head. So it's kind of a sad little deal. Mitsubishi's been selling like gangbusters here in the United States for whatever reason. Maybe we could see a little light at the end of the tunnel, maybe an EVO return, but Mitsubishi has said absolutely nothing on the subject, but we'll keep you in tune if we hear any more. We've talked about this machine in the past as well, BMW's brand new M4 GTS, and will be making its official production car debut at the LA Motor Show. Now, we talked about this vehicle in the past. This thing has a 3-liter twin turbocharged water-injected inline 6. Now, that water-injected is pretty interesting, where water is actually injected right in with the fuel to cool down the intake manifold, not to mention the valves, the heads, and the pistons themselves. This is not new technology, but is something that hasn't been on a production machine in a long time. But apparently all this cooling down denses up the charge, makes the emissions outside of the machine even better, and keeps the fuel economy up. Apparently this machine gets just as good a fuel economy as the standard version of the M4. Now, the trick is this thing makes quite a bit more smoke as well. That turbocharged water-injected inline 6 now makes 493 brake horsepower and 443 pounds-feet of torque. That is shifted through an exclusive 7-speed dual-clutch transmission. Now, the vehicle is somewhat of a track day star. Rear seat delete, full cage in the back of it, lightweight seats, a lot of carbon fiber goodies on this, and added up to 200 pounds of weight that has been lost through this machine. 0 to 60 comes in at 3.7 seconds with a top speed of 190 miles an hour. No pricing on this machine as of yet, but there's only going to be 700 built for the world, and only 300 of those are coming to the U.S. market, so you better get in line quick. Next up on the list, another machine is going to be debuting at the LA Motor Show is not this particular machine, the Porsche GT4. I don't know what it is about this machine, but I am bonkers over this car. I just think this thing is amazing. Now, that being said, the GT4 is already out and about, but there's going to be a more hardcore version. Hardcore, you say? Sheesh, the GT4 is the highest they come? Well, not coming up at the LA Motor Show, because there's going to be a brand new GT4 Clubsport. This vehicle is for track use only. It will not be available for street use. Basically, think of cars that you'd see sports car racing at the 24 Hours of Le Mans, 24 Hours of Daytona. GT cars like the GT3 built cars, and that's basically what this machine's going to be. It's going to be GT3 spec, but think of it as a rung lower on the ladder of more club style racing with tons of racing series all around the world that this vehicle can participate in. Completely stripped out, nothing inside, full race cage, like I say, built to GT3 specs. This vehicle still has a 3.8 liter flat, normally aspirated 6, making 385 brake horsepower. No manual option for the GT4, I should say, Clubsport, as it will be a 7-speed PDK gearbox in this machine only. The vehicle only weighs 2,866 pounds, so she's a lightweight, like I say, full-blown race car. It's going to be a pretty neat piece of kit. Hopefully got some better high-res pictures of this machine coming soon, not to mention some full details on what it's going to cost you to go down to your Porsche dealership and order one of these machines right from those folks. Last up on the list, Mr. Clarkson, Jeremy Clarkson that is, put this up on his Twitter account, not just but what, about 6 hours after, or I guess before the taping of this particular program. Yes, this is a shot of Jeremy Clarkson, James May, Richard Hammond standing right in front of a Ferrari LaFerrari, a McLaren P1, and a Porsche 918 Spyder. Mr. Clarkson put the caption, it says, "We're off and running on the new Amazon Prime show with a very light skeleton crew." Yeah, good one there, Mr. Clarkson. Look at the size of the folks behind this particular trio. Yes, the brand new Amazon Prime that is yet to be named, even though we talked about what rumored is officially off and running as they have been filming the day of the taping of this particular program and will be going on with the taping through the rest of the next several months for a late or fall, somewhere around the fall of 2016 release date. Cannot wait. I'm not an Amazon Prime member, but you guarantee this time next year I will be. And that's all there was that I thought was worth talking about for this edition of Motor Cars Enthusiasts. If you want to jump on over to the Facebook page and like us over there, we'd appreciate it. Also, if you'd like to subscribe to the channel, you can do so at any time and get the first dibs on the brand new shows as soon as they come out. Thanks for watching. We'll see you again real soon.